We are here to talk a little bit about the Eastern Conference playoffs. We are going to do another one of these for the Western Conference tomorrow, but today we are talking the East. We all made brackets, and we all have reason to believe that we're right, except Chris.
Nobody thinks Chris is right.
I'm right.
Chris's picks and takes are horrible.
They're not.
We'll get to that. Even more upsetting, I need everybody to look at Dan's horrible hat. Dan is a whore. Day after the Oilers officially end their season, he comes strolling in with this hat.
One bad year.
One bad year and Dan jumps ship. He goes to Vegas. Now he's a Vegas Golden Knights fan. Personally, I hope Vegas gets swept just so Dan can be upset about things. And we got a very special guest here. We got Rick from the Pint. If you need a drink, if you need food, if you need anything, you go see Rick.
Come and find me.
Go see Rick. And we've got Atcomb, who's wearing a Rockies hat.
Baseball.
Because
That's what I'm
he's
cheering
all
for in the NHL playoffs is Major League Baseball.
I thought you were Jay's guy.
Oh.
I don't know.
League team.
I don't know if
It's
I've
a
ever
different
seen you wear a
league.
Jays hat. Actually,
I don't wear it.
I've seen
That's
him.
bad luck. That's bad luck.
I've seen him wear
Super bad luck.
Yeah, but you were.
Dodgers hats. I've seen you wear Rockies hats, but I've not seen you wear Jays hats.
Look, I'm a Jays fan and a fan of National League Baseball. Those are my two things.
Okay.
Now go to Chris's head.
Fat Dad
big-
wants to
big
look at
National
Chris's
League.
glasses and Rambo apparently.
And Rambo. My glasses are in my bag right now.
Because okay, like real quick, Chris doesn't wear his glasses all the time because he thinks his eyes are gonna regenerate or something. He thinks he's fucking Wolverine. Anyway,
I gotta keep my eyes guessing. I don't want to make it easy for
Seems
them all
like a
the
good way to
time.
make your eyes worse if you're sometimes like you got help.
Are you an eye
see.
doctor?
Yeah, I'm an eye doctor.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm an eye doctor. You know that I'm an eye doctor.
I'm not.
You work with me every day. You know that I'm an eye doctor.
I know more.
Just wait until you hear Chris's talks about Pittsburgh and how we.
I don't know. I'm
Casual.
Dan, what's on the agenda?
Yeah. So we got an agenda here, boys. We got to follow. So the first series we're going to be talking about is the Penguins at the Flyers. What do we?
Okay, well, let's start with Coom. Who you got in the Penguins Flyers?
I got the Flyers winning in 7 games, and I have at least 3 people getting murdered, and many objects being thrown on the ice.
Batteries?
Batteries, maybe.
Maybe those
Murders
glowing.
on the ice or in the
Like
stands?
from the fans throwing like batteries on the ice. Philadelphia Eagles merchandise. It's a wild year in Philadelphia this year, man. Like the Eagles won the Super Bowl, the 76ers are in the playoffs, they trusted the process, and the Flyers are also trusting the process, and they're gonna beat the Penguins finally.
What about the Phillies? How the Phillies gonna do?
The Phillies are okay, and they could make the second National League wildcard spot.
So
So I'm a big
you've
National
got-
League enthusiast, so I'm all about the
Big
National
NL
League.
guy.
I'm all about it.
Watch for Cam to be wearing his Philadelphia Phillies hat tomorrow for our.
At least I'm not wearing a Vegas Golden Knights hat, you wiener. Good lord.
you wiener.
Well, we got Rambo here. You've got a interesting take on this one. Who is your pick between the Penguins and Flyers?
So I've got Penguins in 6.
Why?
I don't know why this is so outrageous to pick the Penguins to beat the Flyers.
That's not what's outrageous about it.
No.
Your
I-
reasoning, though, is outrageous.
Oh,
Tell us what you told us earlier.
because everyone's like, the Penguins are not good this year. They did bad in the regular season, but the Penguins played a lot of hockey the last 2 years. So they've Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin
Australia.
have learned.
Yeah.
They've learned to pace themselves through the regular season. They had a casual stroll through the regular season this year.
What is a casual stroll through an NHL regular
It
season?
means casually getting 100 points for the team.
So you're
And
saying
then-
they didn't try?
Yeah,
You have no
I'm-
proof of
Not
that.
a
Drop of sweat.
I think they went 70% all season, and they're going to turn it up to 110 in the playoffs,
Would you not,
as they always do. The
if you
Penguins
were
are
a
a
Penguins
playoff
fan,
team.
if you were a Penguins fan, would you not be offended by your team casually?
Not
playing?
really. It's not, like Penguins fans don't care about the regular season. They know they're making the playoffs. All they care about is the postseason.
Dan, thoughts?
Well, why don't we go to Rick first and I'll cap it off.
You didn't want to do thoughts on Chris's ridiculous...
Ridiculous take. Yeah.
regular...
Never in the NHL regular season have we ever had a more casual 82 game season for anybody. They've had injuries
And that's
all
why-
throughout the lineup. They've had it tough, man.
And they're going to three-peat.
Rick, what do you say about a casual 82-game NHL season?
Well, I agree with that. The whole, the fans kind of expect them to get to the playoffs now. I know that's something really different for us.
Yes.
That's just,
Yep.
But I got Penguins in 6.
Penguins in 6. Shovel also had Penguins in 6. Dan, who do you got?
I have the Philadelphia Flyers in 4 straight games.
Whoa.
I think the Penguins are going to take it too casually through the first
They're
Why
going to
am I-
play 70%. That's what they've been doing all year,
I
right?
got turned it on.
We
for
know
the
for a
finals.
fact. We know for a fact they've only played 70%. Chris, the intern, is in the dressing room watching the games.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking
No,
about.
I just look at the numbers.
Shout out to Flyers Nation, and yeah, I think they're gonna do it in 4 straight.
Why do you think my opinion's so outrageous, and you think the Penguins are gonna get swept?
Because I think the Philadelphia Flyers.
Actually, that is a
hot teams.
horrible take.
Yeah,
That is a
worse
horrible
than
take.
mine.
At Fat Dad says, Dan, give me your dealer's number. You must be on some good shit. Okay, I've got Penguins in 7. I think it's going to be a very close series. Whoever comes out of that is going to lose. Anyway, Dan, what's next?
Next up, we have the Capitals and the Blue Jackets. What do we think in the Caps Blue Jackets?
And Blue Jackets. We're going to start with our special guest, Rick.
That's Caps and 5.
Caps in 5 for Rick.
Yeah, they've been around. They know what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hope you're not starting, though.
No,
yeah,
but it's not because he's like taking steps back. It's because Grubauer's like grabbing that spot.
And Chris has now gone to the glasses look. Retired Rambo, what have you got for Columbus, Washington?
I don't care about either of these
Wardrobe
two
thing?
teams because they're not making it through Pittsburgh in the division final, but I'm going Caps in 6.
Caps in 6. I've got the Caps in 5 because I don't believe Columbus is going to do anything. They are a garbage team. Go ahead, Dan. What have you
I
got?
have the.
Oh, did you turn your hat around because you're embarrassed about having a
No,
Golden
they
Knights
changed
logo?
up. Now
They
we
have
got
a
the
weird
new logo.
star. What's that thing?
It's the swords and the star.
If you see Dan in public, throw stones at him.
Try me.
Who do you got, Dan?
I've never even seen that star.
We got the Columbus Blue Jackets in 7. Columbus Blue Jackets in 7, and Barry Trotz gets fired right after the series.
T-Rot's getting fired according to Dan. At Coombe?
The Capitals are going to win in 3 games. They're going to go up 3-0. The Blue Jackets are going to give up. Like there's just no way.
Worse than
Man.
his Pittsburgh take.
Like you could argue that the Blue Jackets don't even exist. They've like never won a playoff game at home ever. They're going to lose in 4 games.
You guys need
real
to...
take 4 games.
Rick is really unimpressed with Cavs takes.
No, that's not good at all.
They're going to get swept. Columbus is getting swept.
Columbus has a little bit there though.
What about you,
Push them
Dave?
for one.
But Washington only gave it 17% during the season. So they have 83% left to give during the playoffs. I know this because I pay a lot of attention to that team.
Washington in 5 is who I got. I don't trust Bobrovsky in the playoffs. Go ahead, Dan. What's next?
Next series, the Lightning and the Devils. What do we think of Taylor Hall versus not Steven Stamkos?
Start with you, Danger Dan. What do you think?
I actually took the Lightning in 6 games here. I think Taylor Hall will push the Lightning, but I think the Lightning are a pretty damn good team. So.
Rick, what do you think?
Congratulations, Taylor. It's about damn time.
Yeah.
And Patrick Maroon, second back-to-back seasons.
But no, it's Tampa. 6, worst to 7, but I don't think Taylor can pull him through that.
I agree. I've got Tampa in 6. I don't think Hall can drag his team through the Tampa Bay Lightning in the playoffs. Chris, what do you got?
I agree, and I have Tampa in 5.
Tampa in 5. Atchcoom.
Tampa and 5 same with me.
Oh boy.
Tampa in 5.
This is
We've
not a
got
very controversial one.
We got a Tampa sweep. For
not a lot of love for
predictions.
Jersey right here. Could we be
Well-
salty? Maybe.
New Jersey might be able
Honestly,
to. New Jersey might
Rick
be able
says-
to.
Love the fact he's in the playoffs.
yeah, Halsey.
New Jersey.
If Halsey scores 15 goals and like,
Make it 200 goals.
if he scores 200 goals this series, and
Goals.
But he took it casually through the rest of the
Standing
regular
at 14
season.
or something like that in 06.
I
The
know.
whole thing.
but that's the only way New Jersey will be able to beat Tampa.
That's pretty much how their season went. Hall had like 90 points. The next best guy had like 9 points or something.
Yeah, it was like
That was
it
their team.
20 points.
Exactly.
Not a lot of love for Jersey in this room. Danger Dan, you are switching it up again.
With,
Keeping your looks fresh. Keeping that horrible logo in my face, and I'm not happy about it. Who's next?
We got the final Eastern Conference series in the first round, the Leafs and the Bruins.
Coom, I'm going to start with you because you're kind of a Toronto guy.
Kind of.
Look, I'm a Toronto guy. I believe in the Leafs, but I just don't see it happening.
Oh
I have
no!
Boston in 7, but
That's not believing on him.
I don't. I believe in them long term. Like I'll believe in them a little bit more when they sign John Tavares this next summer or this summer, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not there yet. Give them. This is the Leafs are trusting the process. And they'll get there eventually, but not yet.
A lot of process.
They're gonna blow a 4-1 lead in the 3rd period of the 7th game and lose again, just like they did in 2013.
Fat Dad wants to chime in here. He's got Bruins in 7. Thinks it's going to be the best series of the playoffs. Rick, what do you think?
I'd like to see the Bruins in 4, but they'll take them 6. They'll take them 6.
Chris?
I agree. I think this is the series I'm most looking forward to, but I have Bruins in 7. It's gonna be
And
tight.
Dan?
My pick is going to be the Bruins in 4. I think I think the Bruins
You
are
got
gonna-
2 sweeps on the Eastern
Good
Conference.
I
Lord.
think the Bruins
Come
are going
on.
to destroy them in the first game,
No.
take their spirit, and then eat them
There's a-
alive for the next 2.
There's an important narrative here. The Bruins are going to beat the Leafs in the playoffs, but then the Jays are going to beat the Red Sox in the wild card game and get them back for it in October.
There we go. I've
Okay.
got the Bruins in 6, I think.
Baseball?
The Leafs
Yeah.
are going to be able to outscore a couple of games.
We got
What's
a little
up,
bit. We got a little bonus content here. We just announced today that we're releasing the Nation Draft for the playoff round. So you guys can go ahead and sign up at nationdraft.ca.
.com.
Sorry, nationdraft.com. We'll edit that out and copy. But what I wanted to ask you guys is just from one of the many boxes that you'll be filling in, choosing one player for the playoffs. Who would you choose out of box number 4? We have Taylor Hall, Claude Giroux, Austin Matthews, and Artemi Panarin. What do we think?
Rick, who would you take in that box?
Say that again?
Hall, Giroux, Matthews, Panarin.
Giroux.
I'll take Giroux as well.
Because they're moving on to the next round. They're beating Pittsburgh, so I would take Giroux.
Chris?
I would also like all.
Don't you back down.
Wait, who did I say before?
You said that Giroux and Hall were getting eliminated in the first round, so you would not pick either of them.
Agreed. It's bad strat. But you were talking about taking Hall.
Panarin's gone too.
Chris,
I
They're
would
all
take-
gone.
Chris,
I
feel
would
free
take
to
Claude
list.
Giroux because the Philadelphia Flyers are winning the Stanley Cup this year.
Who's the 4th guy? Panarin, Drew.
You need some
Panarin,
glasses for your
Matthews,
ears, buddy.
Giroux,
He's
and
not
Hall.
listening.
Oh, I was. I would take Matthews because the Leafs have the best chance of beating their opponent
Boo.
in those 4 players.
I would go ahead and not take any of them because it does not include Connor McDavid. Thank you.
Why isn't
Thank
Mark Letestu one of these options? Because he was Edmonton's second best playoff performer last year, and he could be that again for Columbus this year.
He was better than Talbot?
Was he?
Oh, that's my question.
He was. It was Draisaitl 1, Letestu 2, Talbot 3, McDavid 4 last year.
Maybe 4.
Facts.
Says who?
Says me.
It's a Toronto guy.
He is a Toronto guy.
Yeah.
That didn't pick Toronto in his.
I'm just being objective. I'm an objective guy. You guys have a problem with it. I'm an objective guy. I'm all
Well,
about the
anyways.
data.
That's pretty much it for us, I guess. Thanks for coming by, Rick.
My pleasure.
NationDrafts.com. Sign up today and play with us and
NationDrafts.com. Go there. It's a free draft. We got prizes. There's cool shit to give away. You're going to want to play. Pretend that you know what you're talking about. Win money or something. I don't really remember. $500 prize. Is that correct, Chris?
Yeah, there's 5 prizes.
and we will be running a bracket challenge as well. So check out the article that follows this video.